I'm Malcolm Van Delst, and this is an excerpt from Do the Wrong Thing, a book series or extra long novel that opens with a woman describing her suicide attempt as ordinary, like brushing my teeth. In an attempt to answer the question, why did I do it? She tells her life story. We're about a third through book 4. Working title is Eyes of Different Colors. Thanks for having patience with the repeating material. I think most of you guys are okay with it. Ian, you'll probably, and maybe Nathan, you'll notice repeats as I work through a new order for this section of the book. Last week, 2017, Ava described a series of disconnected images about watching movies with Emily. Now we're on to a new chapter called Do It. Shit, I'm lost, unable to remember what happened when. I'd like to blame the drinking, as if I suffered a 2-year blackout during this period, but I know that depression makes you forgetful and muddled. I'm going to be poetic going forward, which is a fancy way of saying that events are going to be out of order. Fall will come right after spring, then we'll go to summer. The growth isn't linear or logical anyway. We're like cells or spheres. Bits shoot out, causing us to become lopsided. Human development, anything but smooth. In my outline, these next sections come 2 years from now, but when I Googled Public Enemy, Ice-T, and Schoolie D concert tour histories, Ice-T played Arbor on June 8th, 1989. Public Enemy in October, and Schoolie D, well, who knows? His recorded history is as sketchy as he was, and perhaps still is, even if he's done semi-respectable recent work like music for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. But he probably played Arbor around the same time Ice-T did, because that's when gangsta rap, of which both him and Ice are originators, started to take off. Spike Lee's movie Do the Wrong Thing was released in the States on June 30th, 1989. It did not influence me to seek out rap music, as my outline says, because I already saw Ice-T and presumably Schoolie D. I invited Emily to the Ice-T concert within weeks of meeting her. My outline assumes we'd been working together for months beforehand. I still lived with Eric and Marianne. Anyway, all this, nerd and doof, anarchism, the pioneer, advertising school, Emily, Eric, Marianne, Daniel, happened in parallel. Maybe I wasn't lopsided, but growing outwards in multiple dimensions, cultures, friend groups, jobs, and formalized education, all related through an inarticulable drive to prove to my mother that I could survive without marriage and family, without giving up control of my life to a husband, and to somehow trust. Hey, at least I wasn't bulimic anymore. Remove. Spheres on a geodesic, multifaceted. We can't even see most of the facets. We are universes inside universes, with side universes, over and under universes, and each of these universes inside universes inside universes. There are sub-universes, different versions and relations of universes. Aborted ones that lived anyway, abominations and great civilizations, fantastical creations and more hues, sound vibrations, smells, tastes, and textures, and all the creatures that live on Earth can discern and hold. All of this teeming life. No wonder I can't remember what happened when. Storytelling is weak. Trying to add structure, comprehension, and order, a vain attempt to organize life. The only form of communication that resonates with capital L, life, is love, or more prosaically, fucking. End remove. The auditorium is empty. Emily and I look at each other before walking across the wood floor, shiny with reflections from the harsh white stage lighting to where a sparse crowd is gathered in front of the riser. Boys and girls, almost literally, because they look like teenagers, uniformly wearing baggy jeans and oversized t-shirts. I'm confused. Teenagers like rap? Teenagers like this rap? Pussy ain't nothing but meat on the bone. You suck it, you fuck it, you leave it alone. How are they even allowed to attend a concert by a guy who writes lyrics like that? Emily and I stand back from the group. I am as uncomfortable as fuck, but... Excuse me? Says a chubby girl with long, straight blonde hair. Her friend stares at us with big, wonder-filled eyes. Yeah? Are you music scouts? Emily and I look at each other and laugh awkwardly. No, she says. Now the girls look confused, looking from Emily to me to Emily again, and before smiles flicker briefly across their faces, then they turn and enter the crowd. We watch as they talk to some other fabulously young children. Several look back at us, see me watching, then quickly turn and bow their heads together again. Emily gives me one of her wry smiles, and at 26, I feel so old. When Schoolie D finally takes the stage, spitting PSK, Super Nigger, and Gangsta Boogie, I can't get lost in the grooves the way I do at home. I've never not been part of the group at a concert before. Never felt like an outsider at a big music event. That's what's so cool about them. It's usually like you just made 100 or 5,000 new friends. The kids here are white mainly, but there's very few girls. It's probably empty because it's dry. They're not even selling pop, so it'd be difficult to drink any sort of booze without getting caught. Are there any ladies in the house? Schoolie yells from the stage. Any ladies? A couple girls put their hands up. Schoolie motions for them to come forward. He gets down on one knee so he can talk to them. I thought so because my dick is hard, he says. The girls giggle uncomfortably as he stands and launches into Mama Feelgood. Then I drag don't know if I drag Emily. She could have said no at any time, but she didn't, to an Ice-T concert, also in the auditorium at Arbor U. I really don't know why she went to rap concerts with me. Did she like rap? She must have on some level. Whenever I pulled out cassettes by Ice-T, Boogie Down, KRS, she'd listen, then come back with Sonic Youth or Faith No More. I barely noticed the good friends I had, the friends like Emily who actually shared interests with me, or at the very least, were willing to attend rap concerts with me because I wanted to go. Friends who were willing to try out things because I suggested them. Sure, maybe it's only Emily I'm talking about, but isn't that enough? How many friends does one person need if you have one like Emily? Now I see that gecko again on the inside of her soft forearm. I don't know why I don't see her face, only a tattoo on her forearm. I want to touch it. The Ice-T concert is way busier than Schoolie D. The auditorium is full, this time with a lot of huge, well-built black men. Ice-T, in fact, is a huge, well-built black man. He's got a row of huge, well-built black, dark-clad security guards in front of the stage and stationed at intervals around the back walls of the space. I'm not a super fan of T's. Between the two Ices, Cube is my favorite by far. However, rap shows are not common in Arbor, so when they happen, dance! Ice-T bellows from the stage. What the fuck are you here for if you don't want to dance? Emily and I aren't the only ones not dancing, thank God, but we are in Ice's direct view, even if standing at the back against the wall. I squirm, wondering if he's looking at us. It seems like he is. Emily looks at me and we share a nervous smile. Ice turns his attention back to the crowd in front of the stage and launches into Lethal Weapon. From our vantage point, we can see what I presume is his entourage backstage. There's one woman, arms folded angrily across her chest, sitting on a chair, glowering at him. His wife? As buff and polished as he is, she is not. Her hair in a loose bun, no makeup, wearing a shapeless black dress, she verges on portly. Is she here to keep her proud pimp man away from other women? Ice-T brags about his pimp past and gang affiliations. This flies in the face of my feminist work, but I'm drawn to the energy, anger, and innovation of rap. Who else is making music that's pieced together from bits of old records instead of using instruments, and using words and their own voices like drums instead of singing? All beat and rhythm, little melody. How can it even be called music when it's lifted from existing songs, yet niggas with attitude go platinum, with zero radio play? Underground and popular, different, political even, like my feminism and anarchism. The bombast and stories, outrageous, educational, about a culture in North America, no less, I didn't know existed. Gangster rappers express for me all the anger I cannot. I never find out who the dumpy woman is.